everybody, we're getting ready to do lesson 6.5 of Algebra 2 Math. It will be part 1, part 2, and 3 are available here, as well as worksheets. 6.5, comparing surveys, experiments, and observational studies. We got a 30-point skill sheet here with this lesson, and then we got 8 points here worth of note-taking to happen. Here is your standard here. Data analysis and statistics. Teachers, here's your bell work, a survey, find margin of error. This is something that would be in part 2 or part 3 of the prior lesson. And give your students about 5 minutes to do this. Find percents. What percent of voters in the sample voted for candidate A and candidate B? Give them 5 minutes. Okay, welcome back. Your solutions for the bell work are candidate A is 47%, candidate B would be 53%, and then margin of error. Here's your formula for margin of error. We plug that in. We have a 4.5% margin of error. Okay, compare surveys, experiments, and observational studies. You studied sampling methods for collecting data using a survey. You will learn how studies are used to collect data, so you can design a study to collect data. Example 16. Previously, you learned that in choosing a sample of a population to survey, you should do your best to select an unbiased sample. Since random samples are preferred, in designing a survey, it's very important to word survey questions carefully. Questions that are flawed in a way that lead to inaccurate results are called biased questions. Questions may be biased in several ways. So how, I wonder? Well, the wording of the question may encourage or pressure the respondent to answer in a particular way. The question may be perceived to be too sensitive. The question may not provide the respondent with enough information to give an opinion. That'd be one way. Example 1, identify and correct a bias in a survey questioning. Describe a way to correct the flaw. So we have a situation here. Do you agree with the school board's proposal for a new technology in our schools? The question assumes that the respondent is familiar with the proposal. To get accurate results that lead to valid conclusions, state the proposal clearly using neutral language before asking the question. So, tell why the question may be biased or otherwise introduce bias into the survey. Describe a way to correct the flaw. So, a dentist asks patients, you brush your teeth at least twice per day and floss every day. Patients who brush less than twice a day or do not floss daily may be afraid to admit this since the dentist is asking the question. One improvement would be to have patients answer the questions about dental hygiene on paper and put the paper anonymously into a box. Okay, our guided practice here. Tell whether a survey question below may be biased. Do you, like most people your age, enjoy watching the latest music videos? And then students, here's yours here. Mine's 2 points, yours is 4 points, so students should work. And we'll do the guided practice here. Do you, like most people your age, enjoy watching the latest music videos? The question may be biased because a respondent may feel pressure to answer a certain way. By answering no, a respondent may feel as if he or she is not like most people of the same age. Okay, experiments and observational studies. You've seen that surveys are one way to collect data, but different situations and purposes require different data gathering techniques. For example, many studies are designed to try to determine whether quantity that varies can be associated with measured differences in two different groups of individuals. An experiment imposes a treatment on individuals in order to collect data on their response to the treatment. The treatment may be a medical treatment, or it can be an action that might affect a variable in the experiment, such as adding methanol to gasoline and then measuring its effect on fuel efficiency. In some cases, it may be difficult to control or isolate the variable being studied. subject people to certain treatment or to withhold it from them. In this case, an observational study is used. An observational study observes individuals and measures variables without controlling the individuals or their. So, example 2, identify experiments in observational study. Determine whether each situation is an example of an experiment or observational study. Explain. A researcher asks college students how many hours of sleep they get on average night and examines whether the number of hours of sleep affects students' grades. Researcher gathers data without controlling the individuals applying treatment to the situation. Observational study. Determine whether each situation is an example of an experiment or observational study. Explain. So parts department here wants to know if latex paint is more durable than non-latex. She has 50 park benches painted with latex paint and 50 park benches painted with non-latex. So a treatment, painting benches with latex, is applied to some of its individual benches, and the situation is an experiment. So here we have our guided practice here. Determine whether a situation described in a research summary shown at the right is an example of experiment or observational study. Redesign website, So, and then students, this is yours down here. Determine whether it is experiment, observational study. Yours is 4 points. Mine is 2 points. Okay, determine whether research is an experiment, observational study. Explain. This was the context here. So what we have here is an experiment because to test the redesign of a website, so we're testing a objective kind of like situation here. Experiment of treatment use of a new website is imposed on some individuals, website users. So that would be an experiment. So for part 2, part 3, email me here. Thank you.